Hi, I'm Natalie, and the 60-minute practice is an important one. There is a message that I would like to offer, and I wrote it down just so that I can communicate clearly from my heart to yours. The message is this: while we invest in action and push for real change, I think it is also important to take time to pause, to listen, to look inward, and to dig deeper, right? To investigate our relationships with racism, sexism, and all the systems that perpetuate inequality and injustice. I think it is important to ask yourself challenging questions and to engage in authentic conversations, to commit to holding ourselves, our words, and our actions to higher standards. I want to offer you a space to connect, right, to feel deeply, and to practice mindfulness, which is one of our most powerful tools when it comes to creating lasting change. I want to offer a platform that promotes union and gives you tools to recognize the role of your individual power in moving towards universal growth and transformation, that each of us has a contribution. So today, as we practice, we will focus on nurturing our bodies, our hearts, our minds. But also, I want to create a space for you to tap into that deeper strength that each of us has, the strength that each of us has, and the power that each of us has in making a difference, and not forgetting of that power, especially in a time when there is so much happening. It is easy to feel small, to feel lost, to feel helpless, but to remember that you make a difference and that your actions make a difference, right? So with that, go ahead and find your way to Shavasana, and we'll begin on the back body. And just start to notice your breath as you find that comfortable landing spot. As you notice the rise of each breath in and the fall of every breath out, allow the focus of inhale and exhale to arrive you into this moment, to land you into the present and all its potential. Allow your breath to deepen. And as your breath expands, start to turn your attention to your heart space. Just notice what is present there. And can you give yourself permission to feel and to feel deeply? As you continue to stretch your breath in both directions, ending a really full, expansive inhale. And complementing that with a slow, steady, complete exhale. And continue to give your heart the space to feel. And turn your awareness to your mind. As you deepen your breath, as you connect inward, maybe your mind begins to clear a bit. What thoughts are moving through your awareness. And perhaps some of those thoughts you'd like to hold with you as you move across your mat. Maybe some of those thoughts you can set aside, you can leave behind as we begin our practice. Take a couple more slow breaths. Just start to form an intention. A devotion or a dedication for your practice that takes your shapes and movements, allows them to become more. Finding an intention that resonates and is in alignment with your truth. And takes the physical practice deeper and stretches it beyond just shapes and movements, beyond just muscular strength and space in your body. So it becomes so much more. And holding that intention at your heart, take a deep breath in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale out of your mouth. And again, just like that, deep breath in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale to release. And one more here, inhale deeply. Then open mouth, exhale, empty completely. At the bottom of your breath, seal your lips. Begin to breathe with intention in and out of your nose. Let your breath brush across the back of your throat, your Ujjayi pranayama. As you mindfully stay connected to your breath, start to spread your fingers, spread your toes. Maybe circle with your ankles, your wrists. And then inhalation, reach into a full body stretch. As you extend your fingers up and overhead, fill out that space between fingers and toes. And start to bring your knees into your chest. Maybe start just with a little rock from side to side. And from here, interlace both hands to your right shin. Extend your left leg out and down. So let your left leg be heavy on the earth. Press a little energy forward through your left heel as you draw your right thigh in a bit closer. You breathe into your belly. And on your out breath, find your twist. Start to tip your right leg across your body and let your right shoulder drop heavy towards the earth. You might even let your gaze fall to the right as you take 2 cycles of breath. After your second breath, when we come back through center, we'll move into a figure 4. So right ankle on top of your left thigh. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Either place your left foot to the earth or bring that whole figure 4 towards your body, reaching either behind your left hamstring or the top of your left shin. You can activate your right ankle, encourage your right knee away from you, and then maybe rock from side to side here. You breathe into this stretch that reaches across your right hip, your right glute, maybe your inner right thigh. And then take one more inhale. On your exhale, settle that center. Go ahead and reach your hands up and overhead, like that full body stretch sensation again. Send your right leg up to the sky and extend your left leg forward towards a hover. Press energy out through your heels, draw your navel in, and with an inhale, start to lower your right heel to tap your left toes. And on your out breath, lift your right leg, lift your head and shoulders, and reach towards the top of your mat, framing your right foot. And we'll do that again. So an inhale, slowly start to open back up, right heel to left toes, hands reach up and overhead. On your exhale, from your core, lift your right leg, reach forward, forward, forward. Yet again with your breath, your inhale opens you up. Then use the full length of your exhale, right leg lifts as you reach. Last two here. So think about using your core in both directions. So you use your core to slowly expand. You use your core to slowly lift and reach forward. Last one here. Inhale, open. No momentum, just your muscular strength. Exhale, lift your right leg, reach forward, forward, forward to the top. Good, bend your left knee, place your left foot to the earth, interlace your hands behind your right leg and release your head and shoulders. Find a hamstring stretch here. Maybe you reach up to your calf or your ankle if you have a little more space to work with in your body. Press to your right heel, take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your hands. Use your core to slowly lower your right leg all the way down to the earth. And then bring your left knee into your left shoulder, moving into second side. This time, breathe deeply into your torso. Maybe you feel your breath expand your rib cage in all directions. And as that breath empties out, go ahead and move into your supine twist. Let your left knee fall across you to the right. Your left shoulder anchor to the earth. And offer those 2 intentional breaths into your left side body. After your second breath, we'll find figure 4, second side. So this time, left ankle stacks on top of your right thigh. Again, you can choose your depth. So right foot grounded, right foot floating, hands behind your right hamstring or on top of your right shin. Right. Pull your left toes back towards your left shin, adding energy through your left leg so your knee feels supported. And then just gently encourage your left knee away from your heart space. And again, you can take a little tip from side to side as well. Offer breath into sensation. And check in to see if you can relax your forehead, your jaw, your shoulders a little bit more. And then just find one more breath here. And as we unwind, your hands will go up and overhead. Left leg to the sky, right leg forward towards that hover spot. Make sure your low back feels healthy. Try to get really long through your limbs, and then with an in-breath, left heel begins to lower towards your right toes. Exhale, navel pulls down. Slowly lift your left leg. Reach forward. Find a little hang time at the top, shoulder blades nice and elevated. And then we go again. So use the full length of your inhale. Left leg lowers, reach overhead. Full length of your exhale as your left leg lifts, and you stretch your fingers towards the top of your mat. With 3 more with breath, your inhale to open. And exhale, strong close. Lift your left leg, reach forward. And good, 2 more, your slow and steady pace that matches your breath. Last one here, breath in to expand. Again, no momentum, just use your muscular energy. Left leg lifts as you reach. Hands behind your left leg, bend your right knee, land your right foot to the earth, drop your head and shoulders back, and take a moment to add some space to your left hamstring, calf, and ankle. Just gently encourage your left leg towards you. Try to keep your shoulders nice and rooted towards the earth, hips heavy on your mat. Okay, visualize your breath traveling the length of your left leg. And on your breath out, bend your left knee, place your left foot to the earth to set up for bridge pose. Right, root through your feet, press through the backs of your arms, and lift your pelvis towards the sky. Right, feel the groundedness of your feet and your triceps on your mat. As you push the earth away, feel the elevation of your heart, your pelvis to the sky. Buoyancy beneath your body. Okay, encourage your knees just slightly forward, your heart slightly back. Feel an extension across your front line as you activate through your back body. So glutes and hamstrings nice and strong. Then Ujjayi Pranayama, like an ocean wave. It offers balance to your shape. Now take one more inhale here. With your exhale, really slowly start to lower all the way down. Lengthen your spine across the earth. And when your hips land to your mat, just pause and feel. Allow that sensation, that vibration to wash away. And bring your knees to your chest. Either start to rock and roll forward and back or tip to your left or right to find your tabletop pose, all fours. And with your shoulders right above your wrists, your hips above your knees, and you begin to create space between every finger. It's creating a really steady and firm foundation. And with your in-breath, lift your heart, lift your tail, find your cow shape. And on your exhale, curl your spine into your cat shape. Round the back of your heart high to the ceiling. Let your head fall heavy. Tailbone tucks. Really spread your shoulder blades wide. And as you move through a neutral spine, and you keep your hips high, walk your hands forward and then melt your heart toward your mat. Anahatasana. Let your tailbone rise to the sky. Breathe into your thoracic spine, your upper back area. That space around your shoulder blades. And then with your out breath, just let that invite your heart a little bit closer to your mat. Melt towards the earth. And keep your forearms as they are, so two parallel lines at the top of your mat. So just slither forward into your Sphinx pose. So you'll bring your shoulders above your elbows, hips to the earth. You need to adjust where your hips are. Go ahead and scooch them back or forward. Push through your forearms, draw your elbows to your hip points, and draw your chest forward and through your collarbones. Good. Press down with your forearms. If you have the space and are ready to get a little bit more active, start to lift your heart, lift your elbows a little bit or a lot here. Take a big breath in. And exhale, lower down, let your elbows spread wide, forehead to the earth. And draw your hands out to the sides, tent your fingertips below your elbows. And setting up for gecko pose, anchor through your toenails. Inhale, lift your heart space. And exhale, dip your left shoulder towards center, look to the right. With your next inhale, lift through the midline. On your exhale, dip your right shoulder in and look to your left. Then inhale up through center. And exhale, lower down. Hands by your low ribs. Go ahead and root with your hands. Engage your belly. Try to lengthen your spine through your transition to child's pose. So lead with your tailbone. Push your hips to your heels. Take one big breath in. And one breath out. Good. Travel forward back into your tabletop pose, all fours. Tent your fingertips out to the side, similar to what we just did, but now in a tabletop orientation. With an inhale, lift your heart, lift your tail like your cow shape. Exhale, round your spine like your cat shape. As you come through neutral, take a breath in. With your exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center of your mat, look to the right. You can choose how low you go. Good. Inhale up through center. Exhale, second side, hips stay stacked above your knees. Dip your right shoulder in, look to the left. Then inhale up through center. Now think about like a little push-up here as you exhale, elbows go wide. Dip your heart towards the center of your mat. Now try to use just your upper body, push back into your tabletop shape. Okay, two more like that. You dip down, elbows go wide. Think about using the strength around your shoulder blades, through your chest, through your biceps as you press. Okay, one more time here. Inhale, dip low. Exhale, push the earth away. And walk your hands back into your tabletop shape. Tuck your toes underneath as you root through your hands and press through your toes. Hover your knees like an inch or two above the earth, hovering tabletop. It really actively press into your hands. So you feel that energy travel up the length of your arms, and then push through your toes so you feel your thighs and your belly engage. Take one more breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Invite your hips up and back. Feel your hip creases, pull your pelvis to the sky. Then take a moment here where we paddle through your feet. Reestablish your Ujjayi breath. And let's take a breath into the nose together. And then open mouth, exhale, release that breath away.
But inhale your right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. You square your shoulders back to the earth. Press your right heel over to the wall on your left. Feel your right hip, right, the hip point of your right hip shine open towards the side. Your right glute squeezes your right knee a little bit taller. With the next inhale, three-legged dog, re-extend. And on your exhale, go ahead and step your right foot to the top of your mat in between your thumbs. Drop your left knee all the way down to the earth. And in scissor action here, left knee hugs forward, right heel drags isometrically back. Lift your heart and hands with an inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead and goddess your arms. Let your hips melt towards your mat. And push through your right foot. Inhale, lift your pelvis, lengthen up to the sky. Okay, 2 more here. Exhale, open your heart, sink low. And inhale, push and reach high. One more time. Exhale, sink low. And inhale, rise tall. With your next out breath, take your hands to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both your legs to your cat lunge. Keep your legs long. Lift your heart with your inhale. Bend into your right knee and step forward to a chair pose as you exhale. So let your hip creases pull back. Feel the weight in your heels first, and then drive through your heels to lift through your heart. So your core and your glutes take on the effort. Take a big breath in here. Then exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. With your exhale, dive on down. Rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, big breath in. On your exhalation, gather your hands to heart center, breath out. Right, reinvite your intention back into the forefront. Take an inhale into your intention. And open mouth, exhale, release that breath away. As you breathe in, reach up, look up. And then as that breath empties out, soften your knees and hinge forward. Uttanasana, forward fold, strong through your center. Lift halfway on your inhale. And step your right foot to the back of your mat as you exhale. Right, root through your hands. Lift your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog, big breath in. Okay, now on your exhale, shift forward like you're headed to a one-legged plank. Stack your shoulders above your wrists. Tap your left toes to your right heel. Belly to your spine, leading with your left heel, your left glute strength, your left hamstring, three-legged dog. So feel the back of your left leg light up. And 2 more like that. Exhale, shift to tap. From your strong core, your glute and hamstring, inhale, three-legged dog. Okay, last one here. Exhale, shift to tap. And inhale, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. And again, think about that push of your left heel towards the wall on your right. And then really open your left hip point towards the wall on your left. Feel the strength of your left seat. Maintain the length in your right side body. And then on your next inhalation, extend your left leg out long, three-legged dog. Big step forward, place your left foot to the top of your mat. Release your right knee all the way to the earth. And you find that scissor action, drag your right knee forward, left heel towards the back of your mat to lift your heart and hands up. Exhale, open to your goddess arms, drop your hips towards the earth. And scissor action, press your left foot, rise and reach tall on your inhale. 2 more, exhale, open dip. And inhale, rise and reach. Okay, last one here, melt towards the earth. Sternum lifts to the sky. And inhale, re-extend tall. And headed to your cat lunge, hands release down, lift your back knee, lengthen both your legs. Keep your legs long, lift your heart with your inhale. Okay, deep bend into your left knee on an exhale. Again, drag your left heel back. So think about your hamstring being part of the transition as you step to Utkatasana, chair pose. Glutes take on the effort, core stays active as you lift through your heart and hands. And exhale, dive on down, forward fold. Halfway lift, invite your breath. And exhale, dive. Inhale, rise tall.
Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in fully. And exhale out completely. Next breath in, stretch your fingers to the sky. Maybe look towards the ceiling and exhale, fold slowly and controlled towards the earth. Lift up halfway. And step your left foot to the back of your mat, low lunge. Push into your hands. How quietly can you find your three-legged dog? Extend your right leg to the sky. Inhale at the top. Shift to tap. Exhale, shoulders above your wrist. Push into your hands as your right toes tap your left heel. You can lead with your right glute. Feel the back of your leg pull you into your three-legged dog. 2 more. Shift forward. Slow navel pulls up to the sky. Good. Feel your right glute, right hamstring pull you back up. 1 more time here. Shift to tap. A three-legged dog, big breath in. Bend your knee and open your hip again. Hey, keep your hip open. Go ahead and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lizard lunge. If you want to stay more active, you could keep your back knee lifted. Otherwise, drop your left knee to the earth. Maybe scooch it back. Right toes might stay forward, or maybe they open slightly to the right. Stay here. Maybe pull your heart towards the top of your mat. Or start to find a twist. Reach your right hand towards the back of the room. Maybe pull your left heel to your seat. For twisted monkey, you can reach your right hand to your left foot. And now you can either melt your hips towards the earth like we were doing before, or you can push into your left hand, your right foot, and press your pelvis back to your left heel. Different sensation. You could also be on your left forearm if you need a little bit more depth or just a different variation for your body. Roll your right shoulder back, maybe look towards the sky. And start to release your left leg long. Reach your right hand in a big circle sweep towards the top of your mat. And then land both hands into a plank position as you turn your right toes forward. Lift your back knee off the earth. And press into your hands. Go ahead and send your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Big breath in with your inhale. Right knee to your left tricep as you exhale. Three-legged dog. Breath in. Right knee, left tricep, breath out. Send your heart straight forward. 1 more time, three-legged dog, inhale. Right knee to your left tricep, exhale and pause. Send your right leg through as if you were going towards a falling triangle, but instead of opening up, square your body towards the earth. So think plank your body out. Feel your right hip pull up and back. Stretch your sternum way far forward and press through your hands. You're on the ball end of your left foot, your left toes point directly to the top of your mat. Then take 1 more breath in here. On your breath out, bring your right knee to your nose. Three-legged dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog, right toes to the earth. Lift your left leg to the ceiling as you breathe in. Bend your knee and open your hip, breath out. Keep your hip open, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Again, you can keep your right knee lifted if that serves you better. And otherwise, drop your right knee down. Maybe scooch it back. Choose the angle of your left toes. Decide if you'd like to add in the twist element. Left hand reaches behind you. Maybe you pull your right heel towards your seat. Maybe you find full connection. And you can explore how it feels to drop down, to sink your hips towards the earth, or to press your pelvis towards your right heel. And one's not better than the other, just 2 different ways to be here. Another option is your right forearm. Now if you're choosing to find the twist, really commit, so let your left shoulder roll way back. Then your shoulder blades draw together and scoop your sternum away from your tailbone so you create length through your spine at the same time. Maybe squeeze your right glute to help release the front of your right hip. Take 1 more breath in. And take your time in the transition out as you release your right leg long. Find that big half circle sweep with your left arm. Okay, plant your hands into a high plank position. Turn your left toes forward and lift your back knee. Again, from the power of your body, from your core, three-legged dog, lift your left leg to the sky with an inhale. Your left knee, right tricep, feel your exhale, push into the heel of your left hand. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Same thing, left knee, right tricep, breath out.
One more time, three-legged dog, pull from your center. The left knee, right tricep, breathe out. Three-legged dog with your inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Lift your heels up high, big breath in. Right, bend your knees, look forward as you exhale and step or hop to the top, forward fold. You need to get a half lift on arrival. Chair pose, sink through your seat, lift through your chest. On your exhale, goddess, your arms will be raised to your tippy toes, keeping your seat low, heels raised high. The chair pose, slowly release your heels, reach your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Take a halfway lift breath in. Find your high plank pose on your exhalation out. Then inhale shifts you forward. Knees up or down, lower, halfway or all the way. Open your heart, up dog, cobra, breath in. Good, downward facing dog as you exhale out. And breathe in through your nose. And out of your mouth. And inhale your right leg to the ceiling. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay or find your flip dog or your wild thing, either one. So wild thing, left leg stays long, turn your heart open to the sky. For flip dog, all 10 toes face the back of your mat. The buoyancy beneath your body, take a breath in. We'll meet back in a three-legged dog, right hand down, right leg to the sky, exhaling out. Pause for your in-breath. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand on your out-breath. Spin your left heel down so you're like in a wide warrior two stance. Tighten your fingertips. Start to bend your left knee and lengthen through your right leg. Flex your right toes up to the sky. Then feel that inner right thigh stretch. Travel the length of your right leg. Awesome. From here, right, bend into your right knee. Spin onto the ball mound of your left foot. Shift your weight to your right foot. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Malasana squat. Let your seat get low. Lift your heart. Bring your hands to heart center. And push through your heels. Rise to standard Vahastasana. Big breath in. Okay, on your exhale, go ahead and sink back. Malasana squat. Breath out. And 2 more. Push through your feet. Inhale. Feel the power of your legs. And exhale back to your Malasana squat. One more time, push root to rise, inhale tall. And exhale, Malasana squat. Bring your toes forward wide, forward fold, or slightly wide, about mass distance apart. Lift up halfway with your inhale. Step your right foot to the back of your mat as you exhale. Hands come into high plank on the inside of your left foot. Offer your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog, big breath in. Shift to tap, bring your shoulders above your wrist, tap your left toes to your right heel. Leading with your left glute, three-legged dog on your inhale. And left knee to your right tricep as you exhale. Three-legged dog, big breath in. And left knee to your right tricep, breath out. And pause here, send your left leg through. Right, stay closed off rather than opening to your falling triangle. Send your heart forward, flex your left toes to your face. Square your right hip down to the earth as you pull your left hip crease back. And really try to lengthen your entire body here from crown to tail to right heel. Push into your hands, press through your right toes so your right quad is strong, then bring your left knee to your nose. Three-legged dog as your inhale. Bend your knee and open your hip as you exhale. Stay here, find your flip dog or wild thing. So place your left toes behind you, spiral open to the sky. And again, you can choose your variation. Flip dog is a little bit deeper through the right shoulder, right pec area. And we'll meet back in our three-legged dog. Left leg lifts up high, give yourself time. And then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Spin your right heel down so you're in wide warrior two stance. Come to your fingertips. Bend into your right knee as you lengthen your left leg and flex your left toes to the sky. Think about lifting your tailbone, your sits bones to the ceiling. And find a little traction with your hands. You can push or you can pull with your fingertips. Good. And from here, when you're ready, you're going to bend into your left knee, spin onto the ball mound of your right foot. As you transfer your weight to your left foot, Vinyasa squat. How quietly can you place your right foot to the outside of your right hand, drop your booty low. Push through your feet, inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. And on your exhale, sink down. You don't need to go all the way to your depth here. Think about keeping your knees wide, use your glutes, push through your heels, rise up tall. And exhale, find your squat, knees nice and wide, inner thighs and glutes strong. Last time here, push and lift up tall with your inhale. Move through center as you exhale. And keep your feet wide, turn your toes forward as you dive towards a forward fold variation. Lift up halfway with your inhale. Good, hands like high plank, step your left foot to the back of your mat as you exhale. Root through your palms, three-legged dog, right leg lifts all the way up and back. Shift to taps of shoulders, step, push into your hands, right toes, left heel. From your core, from your right glute, three-legged dog with your inhale. Take your right knee to your left tricep as you exhale. Three-legged dog, big breath in. And now this time, go ahead and just find your downward facing dog, breath out. I added the fallen triangle in this layer because I forgot it before. So if you're wondering why we're skipping that, it's because we had already done it. Go ahead and take an inhale here. And exhale here. And inhale your heels high. Maybe step a little bit closer. Exhale, bend your knees, look, step or hop to the top, forward fold. A halfway lift upon arrival, big breath in. Utkatasana, chair pose, breath out. As you shift the weight to your heels, inhale, proud through your heart. Goddess arms will be tippy toe against seat stays really low. Gotta activate your upper back here. Chair pose, release your heels, reach forward with an inhale. Now listen, this time airplane your arms. Move your weight to your right foot, flamingo your left heel to your seat. And keep your left hamstring strong. Warrior 3, push through your right leg, reach your hands forward and send your left leg back. You're here for one breath in. Crescent lunge, bend your right knee, step your left toes to the back of your mat and grow tall through your torso. Pause for an inhalation. Goddess your arms, dip your left knee to a hover on your exhalation. Good, drive through right heel, inhale, rise tall. Same thing, exhale, open, sink. One more like this, crescent lunge with your inhale. And open dip on your exhale. Crescent lunge, big breath in. Warrior 2, spin your left heel down as you breathe out. And adjust your wrists as much as you need to. Feel the anchoring of your right thigh bone down towards the earth, and then lift up through your sternum. Push back through your left heel. Reverse your warrior with an inhale. Good, side angle on your exhale. And reverse your triangle, big breath in. Right. Skandasana or side lunge to your left knee. So turn your right toes forward, bend your left knee, or send your right toes to the sky if you're going all the way to Skandasana. And then take a breath in here, lift your heart. On your breath out, we're going to bend into our right knee, low lunge to the top of your yoga mat, crawl your way forward. The push into your hands, three-legged dog, right leg friends the sky. On your out breath, shift to tap. On your inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. And this time you will send it through fallen triangle all the way open this time. Spin open, left hand reaches to the sky. Now you have the option to push through your right hand and your left foot, so your inner left thigh and your right obliques are strong. And maybe you lift your right leg. Now go really slow on your transition out. So you're gonna bring your right knee to your nose. Left hand, left ball mound of your foot to the earth. Three-legged dog with inhale. Good. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Lift your heels high as you breathe in. Bend your knee, step or hop to the top, breath out. Half lift with an inhale. Utkatasana, chair pose as you exhale. Breathe in, sweep open.
Goddess, your arms be to be toes open across your heart. Feel the strength of your body. Chair pose, release and reach. Airplane, your arms weight goes to your left foot. Flamingo, your right heel to your seat. Try to knit your front ribs and access the back of your right leg strength. Take an inhale here. Drive down into your left foot, warrior 3 as you exhale, push or reach long. Stay for a big breath. Crescent lunge, place your right toes down and then grow up tall through your torso. Take another inhale here. Goddess arms right into a hover. To drive through your left heel, feel your glutes, press through your right ball up. 2 more open. Your inhale lifts you tall. Your exhale sinks you in. And raise up with your breath. Virabhadrasana to warrior 2, expand. Adjust your feet, feel your roots. And check in with the length of your breath and the length of your torso. Feel all 4 corners of both feet nice and active. On your inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand bends the sky. Keep the heaviness to your left thigh bone. Exhale, side angle, lean in. And we'll move through a reverse triangle, rise up and out. As your left toes turn to the long right edge of your mat, side lunge or skandasana, hands to heart. Stay for a breath. And there'll be our low lunge to the top of your mat. Hands or no hands, crawl your way around. Press into your palms, 3-legged dog, lift your left leg up. Exhale, shift to tap, left toes, right heel. 3-legged dog, core stay strong. Left knee, right tricep cross underneath your body. 3-legged dog with an inhale. Left knee towards your right tricep into your fallen triangle with an exhale. Again, spin your heart open. Option to find that float through your left leg. Give yourself a breath wherever you are. Feel the strength of your inner right thigh. Feel your left obliques working together, kind of like a side plank. Slow on your descent. Bring your left knee to your nose first. 3-legged dog, breath in. A downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, like a wave, roll forward to high plank pose. Cat your spine, and then find your plank. Drop your knees down, keep your hips above your knees, and then walk your hands forward, Anahatasana again. Inhale deep. Exhale out completely. Slither into your Sphinx pose, just like the beginning of our practice. Place your hips where they need to be. Push into your forearms, lift your heart. Option for seal, press through your hands if you lift your elbows away from the earth. Draw your belly up and in, lengthen up through your sternum. Take an inhale, elbows go wide, forehead to the mat. On your exhale, belly down, Shavasana. Take your fingertips out to the side, tenting your hands for gecko pose. Lift your chest as you breathe in. Dip your right shoulder in, look to the left, breath out. And inhale through your midline. And second side, exhale, left shoulder in, look to your right. And inhale through your center. Exhale, lower down. Hands by your low ribs, core strong. Shift to child's pose, push your hips to your heels. Take 1 breath in. And 1 breath out. Good tabletop, find all fours. Tent your fingertips outside of the edges of your mat. Inhale, cow your spine. Drag your fingertips towards the wall behind you. Exhale to your cat spine. Push your fingertips away towards the top of your mat. Come to neutral as you breathe in. Dip your right shoulder and look towards the left. Inhale through your center. Dip your left shoulder and look to the right. Inhale through your center. 3 little push-up. Exhale, elbows go wide. Imagine your fingertips, your arms, your upper back are the only thing that can lift you back up. 2 more here, dip down.
Upper body strength lifts you back up. One more, so it's like an inverted push-up on your fingertips. Good, press back up. Sink your hips towards your heels. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your hands to the sky. Exhale, goddess your arms. Press your elbows forward, scoop your sternum tall. And let your hands fall beside you. Shift through your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, hover your knees, and enter so above the earth. Take a breath in here. Exhale, magnetize your navel to your spine. And one more inhale. Down dog on your exhale. We're just going to take one more kind of big layer of flow, and then we'll start to stretch it out in some deeper shapes. When you're ready, inhale your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Stay or flip over to flip dog or wild thing. Right toe step behind you. Open up with your inhale. Three-legged dog, right hand to the earth, right leg to the sky. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Spin your left heel down to your wide warrior 2 feet. Tighten your fingertips. As you extend your right leg, bend your left knee. Good, rebend into your right knee, spin onto the ball mound of your left foot. Transfer your weight to your right foot. Step with care to a wide standing splits. And then into your Malasana squat. Let your hips go low, heart and hands go high. Take an inhale to rise up. Exhale, sink down. Now we're going to add in a little bit here. So inhale, rise up. On your exhale, shift the weight to your left foot. Twist your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, step wide, reach tall. Exhale, Malasana squat. Second side, so inhale, rise up. Exhale, shift the weight to your right foot. Cross your right elbow to your left knee. Use your core, fill your right glute. Step wide, reach tall with your inhale. And Malasana squat on your exhale. Turn your toes forward, dive down, bird fold variation. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Put hands to the earth. Go ahead and step your right foot to the back of your mat, breath out. Push into your hands, lift your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. One time shift to tap left toes, right heel. Three-legged dog, left heel leads the way. Left knee, right tricep. Three-legged dog, breath in. Left knee, right tricep, breath out. Fallen triangle, left leg can be lifted or on the earth. To good inhale. Knee to nose with exhale. Three-legged dog, breath in. Left foot to the top of your mat, breath out. And you step into your chair pose, right foot meets your left. Send your pelvis back, lift your heart and hands. Goddess your arms, rise to your tippy toes. Chair pose, release and reach. Airplane your arms, shift your weight to right foot, flamingo your left heel to your seat. Push into your feet, warrior 3, extend long. Crescent lunge, land your left toes to the back of your mat, inhale, grow tall. Now listen on your exhale, goddess your arms, dip your left knee all the way to the earth. And inhale, reach your heart and hands up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Walk your right foot across to the left edge of your yoga mat into half pigeon. So right shin and crosses parallel towards the top of your mat. Flex your right ankle, scoot your left foot back perhaps. You can be lifted on your inhale, or feel free to lower down with your exhale. You're here for a breath to 3. Those of you wanting to explore, you could be higher in your pigeon instead. Maybe you pull your left heel to your seat, kind of like a twisted monkey shape, drawing your left heel towards your glute with your left hand. If you wanted to go into your full mermaid, feel free to do so. From whatever variation you are in, we're going to rise up into plank hands. Tuck your back toes underneath. If you need to scooch that back knee in a little bit, you can. Push through your hands and left toes. Bring your right knee to your nose. High plank, step your right foot back. Inhale shifts you forward. Vinyasa or down dog as you exhale. And breathe in together. Let's exhale all of that breath out. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hips, stay or flip over to wild thing or flip dog. So again, finding the variation that feels right for your body in this moment. And how much control can you use as you return to your three-legged dog? Big breath in. Left foot to the outside of your left hand. Spin your right heel down, tighten your fingertips. Bend into your right knee, lengthen your left leg as you flex your left foot. You bend into your left knee, spin onto the ball mound of your right foot. Shift the weight to your left foot. Wide standing splits, lift your right toes to the sky. Use your right glute strength here. Step into your Malasana squat. Maybe you keep your hips like an inch or two above your greatest depth, so it's more muscular than just hanging out in your flexibility. Push through your feet. Inhale, rise tall. And exhale, sink through center. A little more smoothly this time, so inhale, lift up. Okay, weight to left foot, cross your left elbow to your right knee. Step wide with an inhale, reach tall. Sink towards Malasana on your exhale. And to your second side as you rise up, transfer the weight to your right foot, cross right elbow to your left knee. And step wide, reach tall with an inhale. Sink through your center as you exhale. Turn your toes forward, forward fold variation. Take a halfway lift, breath in. Hands to the earth, step your left foot to the back of your mat, breath out. Push into your hands, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Shift to tap, exhale, shoulders above wrists, right toes, left heel, press through your hands, crazy strong. Three-legged dog, right glute and hamstring lead the way. Right knee towards your left tricep. Three-legged dog, breath in. Right knee towards your left tricep, this time falling triangle, your variation as you breathe out. Pause for your inhale. It's knee to nose as you exhale. Three-legged dog, lift tall. Place your right foot in between your thumbs. Okay, lengthen through your spine, left foot follows, chair pose, deep breath in. Goddess arms, be tippy toes, exhale. Chair pose, release and reach. Airplane your arms, weight to your left foot, flamingo, your right heel to your glute. When you're ready, press into a warrior three, you're just here for your inhale. Crescent lunge on your exhale. Lift your heart, breathe to the sky. Goddess arms, dip your right knee all the way to the earth. Then inhale, stretch your fingers tall, find extension again. Exhale your hands down to your mat, scoot your left foot over to the right for half pigeon pose setup. Pull your left toes back, scoot your right knee back on the mat. And again, you can stay high. You can dive low. You can stay low or you can stay high. Or maybe you want to rise up. Maybe you bend your right heel to your seat. Maybe your right hand encourages your right foot towards your right glute. Or again, you can scoot your right toes, the crook of your right elbow for your mermaid pose. Squeeze to the midline like there's a block between your thighs. So keep the length in your spine so your low back feels healthy. And just give yourself another breath to two. Okay, to rise up and out, you're gonna press through your hands. Tuck through your right toes. From your core space, from your upper body, bring your left knee to your nose. Light up your right quad. Then high plank pose, step back. Inhale, shift forward. Vinyasa or down dog, last opportunity to flow if you want it. Or feel free to skip it if that feels best for your body in this moment. Then from your downward facing dog, inhale, rise your heels. Maybe you step in a little bit closer and your exhale, bend your knees. Step or handstand, hop to the top, looking forward. Halfway lift on an inhale.
Yeah, and then bend your knees and have a seat with your exhale. So we're going to take just one seated stretch before we lower to the back body. For this, go ahead and bend your knees, flex your feet. Left hand goes beside you. Take your right hand and wrap your right palm over the sole of your left foot. So I'll face you, I think that'll be easier actually. And then as you do so, you're gonna let your head fall heavy. Push your left toes forward, pull back with your right hand. So you're adding as much resistance as you want. Think about catting your spine. Press the back of your heart way back towards the wall behind you. You push like a gas pedal through your left toes. Your left hand can press down and then forward to help you round your spine. And exaggerate the breath into the back body. Last breath here. To transition out, just really slowly release the pressure, the tension, and then rise up. And we'll switch sides. So right hand goes beside you, reach your left hand over your right foot. Press forward with your right toes, your head falls. Push your back body back. Right hand can also help support this, pushing down and forward. And again from the side, this is what it looks like. Press 3 really intentional breaths towards your back ribs. So allowing the breath to create the stretch here. Your back body, the connection to universal. As we connect to the universal, we reach beyond ourselves. We see more clearly that we are a part of the greater ecosystem. And when you're ready, just take your time to release. Inhale, go ahead and place your feet down so you have a little more stability, soles of the feet on the earth. Inhale, your hands up high. Exhale, goddess, your arms. Let your hands fall beside you, fingertips facing your seat. Push into your hands, either just lift your heart or start to find a reverse tabletop, lift your pelvis as well. You can let your head fall back if that feels safe. You can rinse your shoulders out, shifting forward and back. A reverse plank is also an option if you want to lengthen through your legs, press through your feet, lift your hips. Slowly lower your pelvis down whenever you're ready. Reach your hands towards the ceiling with an inhale. And then just use the strength of your core to control your descent down towards the earth as you exhale. Reach into a full body stretch when you arrive. And then gather your knees into your chest. Find a happy baby pose, either modified hands to shins or hands to your ankles or your feet for a fuller expression. Option to rock from side to side or extend one or both legs here. Maybe you stay in stillness and you just root yourself to the earth using the strength of your hands to anchor your back body into your mat. Can you take this pause as an opportunity to turn inward, to check in, to listen, and to notice the spaces, the shapes, the thoughts, the feelings that you try to avoid, the conversations, the topics that you maybe try to shy away from. And the idea of being a student in our yoga practice, of being open to learning, to understanding, being open to being wrong, is something that we can practice here. To say, I made a mistake, or to say, I didn't know. And to know that that's okay. Let your knees come to center. Place your feet to the earth. One final bridge pose, press through your feet, lift through your pelvis.
Take 5 slow breaths. And our practice reminds us that it is okay that we are not perfect. It reminds us that we are all human. We all have the capacity to be mindful, to move with intention. We all have the capacity for love, to give and to receive. Just taking another moment here. When you finish your 5th breath, you'll lower your pelvis to the earth. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall wide. Maybe one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Feel your breath start to deepen. Feel everything else beyond this moment start to fade away. Any sort of shift, any sort of change, transformation, or growth, any expansion, evolution, revolution, it all begins with awareness. And through our practice, we can gain deeper understanding, deeper awareness, what's moving through our bodies, our hearts, our minds. And through understanding how we carry ourselves and the awareness of how we carry ourselves in our communities, we can begin to change with ourselves. The systems that we are a part of, recognizing your power to make a difference, your individual contribution to a universal cause. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Feel free to stay here. Otherwise, you can reach down, bring your knees towards your nose towards your knees for one final squeeze. And go ahead and release into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Maybe it's a seated meditation or legs up the wall, or just traditional Shavasana, arms and legs long. Trust the weight of your body into the earth. Know that you are not alone, but you alone have the power to make actual change, real change, to make an actual difference. Now allow yourself just to be, to integrate, to absorb, to process, which is so important during this time. And these next 5 to 10 minutes are yours. But I'll close class here, leave you in Shavasana with one final breath in through the nose. One more open mouth exhale out of your mouth. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May your practice serve as your teacher to lead you in living more authentically and loving more deeply each and every day. May we take action. May we move with accountability towards greater equality, towards justice. I thank you so much, and namaste.